The low-hanging fruit that you are missing in your Facebook and Instagram ad strategy is absolutely implementing a strategy that includes running ads to your Meta shop. And what I'm talking about in the Meta shop is this. If you've been on Instagram or Facebook, I'm sure many brands you see, they've got this little shop button here. And if you've ever wondered, okay, how do we get that set up? Is mine set up? How do I really cater that experience to maximize sales? That's what this tutorial is all about. So I just tapped on that shop button, and then I just want to show you here, this is just a quick scroll through an account here that you guys can see all of their different products. And what I'm going to do in this tutorial is show you how we can optimize these. And the reason that this is the low-hanging fruit is Facebook is favoring ads that go to both shop and website. And on the back end of Ads Manager, I'm sure you've seen, if you're running a sales campaign, that you have an option to go right to website or website and shop. And again, when we go to website and shop, Meta knows. They know who their online, or I should say through like in-app shoppers are. They know who the people are that like to shop on Instagram or shop on Facebook versus the people who like to shop on website. When we're shopping through Instagram, what we can do is right now, this is sorted by shop by price. I think there was, customer favorites. But let's say this business owner wanted to actually sort out and show people the exact top selling products. That's what this tutorial is all about. It's something that we do for all of our clients when we're launching new campaigns. We're making sure that anything that they're seeing in the ads category wise is shown here, so that if someone sees an ad, is thinking about it, maybe adds to cart, comes back later that day or the next day, that they can quickly pop over to Instagram or Facebook and find that product easily. So let's jump in, make sure that first everything is all connected, and second, I will show you how it is that you can kind of customize that shopping experience for your shoppers to show them exactly what your top selling products are and whatever it is that you're advertising in your account. So here I am on the back end of Shopify. Just make sure that you type in under apps, just type in Facebook and Instagram, and then your screen should look something like this. This account in particular is waiting for their shop to be reviewed. Sometimes they ask for extra information that you verify who you say you are, etc. So anyway, I will click out of that. All right. So now we can see, though, her shop is active on Facebook and on Instagram. If not, they would just have you go ahead and connect your Facebook page and they'd walk you through step by step what they want you to do. But what we're going to do here too is go ahead and click on Customize Shop. So when I click on Customize Shop, it actually opens up in Business Manager because my Facebook page is all connected. I am admin on this account, and so I'm able to have that connection happen there. So if you're running into any issues, do make sure that you are admin. You should be, because you probably are the owner of your shop if you're watching this video or you're on the marketing team. So anyway, here we are inside of Commerce Manager. Another way that you can get here, if you're having any issues on Shopify, is go ahead under business settings, or you can also go under your hamburger menu here. Click on Commerce. They do change the name of this occasionally. Sometimes it's called Commerce Manager, but click on Commerce and go ahead and click on your business name. If you didn't by chance see it, also do make sure that you're in the proper business manager here. All right, and here we are. So now we are in Commerce Manager, and under Shops is where the screen should look identical to where we were the easy way through clicking through Shopify. So you just click on Edit Shop. All right, and what you're looking at here now is a drop and drag format. They try to make it easy, though sometimes it does glitch. I will give you that warning that go ahead, publish your updates, and then come back 15-20 minutes later. Everything should update instantly, but sometimes I see it glitching on this kind of preview interface. But what you're looking at here, over on the left-hand side, is where you can customize anything you want. And if you don't customize anything, Meta will just take care of it. They do an okay job. It's all right. If you have this switch on that says optimize layout, it means that Meta is just gonna put in what they think is selling best, what people like, and so you're okay. Worst case scenario, don't panic. You can just leave optimize layout on. I personally turn this off for most of my clients. And instead, what I'm doing is I'm customizing this experience. So right now they have Explore the Shop. They're just pulling in random things. Collection, bestsellers, Saint Squishies, top rated, customer favorites. Sometimes they pull in some user generated content from Instagram as well. But this business in particular, they absolutely have top sellers that they should be featuring here. So I want to show you guys how we do that. So these are, again, some auto sections that are already in here. So if you have any offers that are happening, so if there's anything that is happening site-wide that you want to advertise, what you can do is click on that button, the button that says create offer. And then it automatically is actually pulling up here. It's pulling in everything. You can see here, meta detected, meta detected, meta detected. So Meta will pull in any kind of, if you've got a 15% off site-wide, for example, it will pull it in from Meta. And if you click on create sale, it just lets you know that you can create those in Shopify. And so you can pull those over this way. But anyway, the point of this tutorial isn't to dive too much into that. Instead, I just wanted to show you how we can customize, again, these sections that we have here. So what you can do is you can trash any of these. So if you don't want these, you can just click delete. Dynamic is Meta pulling in anything they want. User-generated content, pretty self-explanatory. If someone tags you on Instagram, can show up here. But here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on Add New, and you can either do a collection, a product, or an offer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do collection, and you have an option to do one large image or, basically this grid that you're seeing here, a 2x2 grid. If it's a larger collection, so for example, this client sells swaddles, and that's a really big top selling category, I'm going to recommend one large cover image versus doing 4 itty bitties, because what you can do is go ahead and click on this and then they can see all of your different products you have. But rather than having these, they're just so small, and I personally prefer kind of mixing it up and doing a combination of some large and some small, but that's just a personal preference. Okay, so here we are in here. I'll type in swaddle. All right, and you can see here that we've got 2 different options for baby swaddles that each have 7 products, so they should have the same. All right, and so you can see we've got all of these different beautiful swaddles. I will click confirm. So after you select what you want there, you're going to go ahead and click publish updates. The shop is actually glitching for me right now. This happens, unfortunately, somewhat often, but know that if you've gone through this process and you go ahead and click save, and then I'd go ahead and I'd also click publish updates, then you should be all set and good to go. So a reminder too that in addition to collections, let's say there's an individual product, there's a specific shirt or a cup or whatever it might be that you have, you can do the exact same process. So you'll click on manually select product, and let's say there was a particular product you wanted. Quiet books are another popular one. All right, and this one, I'm going to go ahead and do this because this one has the most in stock. So I'll just go ahead and assume that this is a top seller. Again, I'm getting this error message that there was a problem saving it. This does happen. So what I'm going to do is just come back in an hour or so. Sometimes the Meta shop just glitches, but you would just go ahead and you'd click save again, and then you would be all set. Now, after you've gone ahead and selected what products or collections you want in here, what you're going to be able to do is shuffle these categories around. So once this loads over here on the left-hand side, this is a drop and drag builder. So you can go ahead and move these around. So if your swaddle was showing up first, but you wanted it second, you could go ahead and just shuffle these around. Again, I'm being thrown this error message. Hopefully you do not experience that when you're going through this tutorial. But this is a drop and drag feature. So you'll go ahead and click publish updates. And then the nice thing is after you exit your builder, you've saved it, you can exit your builder, then you can view what the shop looks like in real time. You can also just go right on your phone. Sometimes that's the best place to do it, but you'd click on view live shop and it'll show you what it looks like right now. You can see that it's acting as if it saved it, though you guys just saw here that it did not save those edits I have. So I'm going to need to come back and do that again, but it's not a huge deal. As you can see, it does not take long. Only took me 10 minutes to show you how to do this and try updating it a few times. So hopefully a quick check-in on this later today, and this should be able to be updated. The very last thing I want to show you is how to see the performance on your shop versus your website. This is actually one of my favorite things to do because, like I said, this is the low-hanging fruit. This is where I've seen over the last year Meta really, really step up their game in regards to favoring Instagram and Facebook shop, and I've seen an increased return for my clients when they actually go ahead and send to the shop. So I want to show you how you can see that for yourself. If you're an ads manager and you drop down your columns here, click on Customize Column, and then you'll click Purchase. All right, so we can go ahead and do purchases. We can do purchase return on ad spend, and then we can do shop assisted purchases. And then you can also take a look at your direct website purchases. Go ahead and click apply. And then when I scroll on over, what you guys can see is how many website purchases have happened here, how many Meta purchases. So her total number of purchases is actually 813 plus 35. 813 have come from the website, 35 have come from Meta, and my hope is that through creating and setting up new campaigns that go to both with an optimized checkout on Instagram, that we're able to increase this. So take a look. One of the reasons I want to do that is you can see here the difference. Why do we see two different return on ad spend numbers? Well, one of them is directly from website purchases, a 10.8, which is phenomenal, really great, but even higher when we factor in both together. So you can see that this, the little description basically says it's taking into account all of the different places where people are purchasing. So the return is even greater when we factor in the 35 purchases that were made through Meta. And that isn't even a large number, right? Like this is a small number compared to how many here. And you can see that it already has increased that return. So anyway, this is definitely your low-hanging fruit. I see this across all accounts that we're running to both platforms on, both website and Meta checkout, that return on ad spend is, I would say 90% of the time, it's higher when we take a look at how it's doing on Meta versus how it's doing on the website.